The White House has a new communications director named Anthony Scaramucci, and The Intercept dug up his old thoughts, or not his old thoughts, this is from a while ago, but it's his thoughts on money in politics. This is from, I believe, an article around the 2012 election. Now, I'm going to get to this in a second, but first let me just give you a few funny facts here about Anthony Scaramucci. He apparently despised Trump. He's one of these clowns who appears on like Fox Business Network at like 4 o'clock in the morning on shows that nobody watches, and always is a loudmouth, obnoxious prick. And he used to hate Trump so much, and he had all these anti-Trump tweets, and he said all these anti-Trump things, and then ever since he got hired by Trump, he literally went back and deleted all of them and announced that he was going to delete all of his old tweets. You know, people grow, people change, so I'm going to go back and delete all these because now Trump is my daddy because he hired me and I like this position that I got. These guys have no core. They have no core whatsoever. You remember when Mitt Romney gave that speech when he was thinking about running again and he was calling Trump like dangerously unfit and ripping him as a failed businessman and basically saying he's a joke? Well, he did that, but he also, when he ran for president, begged for Trump's endorsement. And then when Trump said, hey, maybe I'm going to make you Secretary of State, Mitt was like, really, Daddy? Okay, let's go out to dinner. Can you hold my hand while we're there? So these guys, they have no core. They have no core. They're all self-aggrandizing narcissists and careerists. That's the best description of clowns like this. So now Anthony Scaramucci is the new communications director. And let's jump into what he said about the issue of money in politics. Scaramucci, the organizer of the dinner, this again is around the 2012 election, told me the next day that the guests had witnessed the activation of a sleeper cell of hedge fund managers against Obama. Quote, that's what you see happening in the hedge fund community because they now have the power, because of Citizens United, to aggregate capital into political action committees and to influence the debate. So, this is a guy who also, I forgot to mention, used to be a hedge fund manager himself. Hedge fund guy, general right-wing prick, elitist. And this is him admitting publicly, back around the election, the 2012 election, that, oh man, isn't it great, this money in politics thing? Because now there's been an activation of a sleeper cell of hedge fund managers, and because of Citizens United, we can donate a tremendous amount of money into political action committees to influence the debate and the election. So, look at what he's saying. Yeah, we buy influence. That's what we do. It's that simple. We buy influence. We pay the politicians. We get what we want. And in fact, this is something the mainstream media hasn't been talking about much at all, but how did Scaramucci get this job? I thought you hate Trump, and I guess Trump hates you, and you were bad-mouthing him all over TV? Well, no. Behind the scenes, listen to this. Quote, Scaramucci has donated enormous amounts of money to a wide panoply, that's a funny word, of politicians. He was national finance co-chair for the 2016 Scott Walker presidential campaign. How'd that go, buddy? Raised money for Jeb Bush, and then personally maxed out to Trump's campaign and gave $100,000 to Rebuilding America Now, a pro-Trump super PAC. Damn, $100,000. His hedge fund, Skybridge Capital, also donated $75,000 to a Mitt Romney super PAC in 2012 and $100,000 to Karl Rove super PAC in 2013. So he gave $100,000 to Trump's super PAC. You want to know why he got the job? That's why he got the job. Because somebody said to Trump, oh, hey, man, you looking for a communications director who's aggressive, who's an attack dog, who knows how to not back down and fight and argue on your side no matter what? I got this guy, Scaramucci. And he gave $100,000 to your attempt to get elected, to your campaign, to your PAC, super PAC. And that's the deciding factor. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there who are far-right clowns who love defending Daddy Trump. We know it. We've all seen him. But why did this guy get picked and the other ones didn't get picked? Money. Money, runs politics. That's how it functions. Now, the final point I want to make about this is, so he basically bought the position with this huge donation, but look at the facts of this case that I just described to you in contrast to what the Supreme Court says about this, what they ruled in Citizens United, and what they said about the more general issue of money in politics. Quote, "We now conclude that independent expenditures, including those made by corporations, do not give rise to corruption or the appearance of corruption. That speakers may have influence over or access to elected officials does not mean that those officials are corrupt. The appearance of influence or access, furthermore, will not cause the electorate to lose faith in our democracy." I've never seen a more wrong opinion in my entire life. That's so wrong that we need a new word to describe it that's stronger than wrong. Wrong doesn't do it justice. Wrong is too simple, too baseline to really pack the punch that's needed in the word to describe just how wrong this is. Everybody put your suggestion for the new word, which means like the wrongest thing ever in human history. Oh my God, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever read ever. Put your new word in the comment section to tell me what you think that word should be. And I'll look through it and I will find the one I like the best and I will use it. I will use that word and that'll just be our word for, oh my God, I can't believe any human beings are that enormously, colossally, gargantuanly, if that's a word, stupid to come to that conclusion. They're saying money in politics, whether by billionaires or by corporations, that, yeah, no, that's not corruption, and it doesn't even give the appearance of corruption, and that does not cause the electorate to lose faith in our democracy. Why do you think the approval rating of Congress, even like just after you elect them, is like 12%, 9%, thereabouts? On a good day, maybe 21%. Why do you think that is? Because the electorate has lost faith in our democracy because they know we're always voting for the lesser of two evils because both sides are massively corrupt and taking colossal amounts of big money. But they couldn't see that. The old idiots on the Supreme Court wearing robes, going to their job decreeing shit, they couldn't see that. And here you go again. This is just another example. Now, what would they say, by the way? The Supreme Court. Oh, hey, guys, look at this. People who badmouthed each other. Scaramucci hated Trump, said horrible things about Trump, but somehow he got the position? How is he more qualified than somebody who didn't bash Trump to be Trump's communication director? Well, because Scaramucci gave a tremendous amount of money to the super PAC. That's why he got it. You know, this is buying favors, buying a job. This is how it works. Not just on the Republican side, on the Democratic side. You know how many big money donors there were to Democratic politics, and then they got ambassador positions? This is how the system functions. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. This is why do you think ExxonMobil gets billions of dollars of subsidies every year? They're one of the most profitable corporations on the planet. Why do they need subsidies? That's a welfare check. They get a giant welfare check every year because they bought the government. And they come up with some bullshit issues. Oh, they need it for research and development. They need it for research and development. They're one of the most profitable corporations in the world. They can't fund their own research and development. The fact that they're one of the most profitable corporations in the world isn't incentive enough to get their own research and development. By that logic, everybody needs a subsidy because certainly smaller businesses than ExxonMobil need incentive to do research and development, right? If ExxonMobil needs it and they're that big and that profitable. So it is a fucking sick joke. And they didn't realize it. The Supreme Court. They didn't realize it. Oh, hey, this is eroding faith in our democracy, as it should, because we're no longer a democracy. We function as an oligarchy or a kleptocracy or a corporatocracy. They didn't realize it, and they said, yeah, go ahead. Tidal wave, tsunami of big money. Just destroying our system. So we have lobbyists, we have PACs, we have billionaires. and what you want is left at the side of the road. So, here you go. Anthony Scaramucci, the new corrupt White House communications director, got his job because of his giant contribution. He knows that that's the way the system works because he said there's a hedge fund sleeper cell out there waiting to get Republicans elected. They were waiting to get Mitt Romney elected. And we activated that sleeper cell by allowing more big money into politics. And as a result, we are where we are now. And the Supreme Court the entire time, out somewhere in La La Land playing with their own feces, not understanding the basic way that our politics functions.